To find Agent Mode in ChatGPT, you click Tools, and if you don't see Agent Mode here, that's because you're in a free plan. Currently, you need a paid subscription that will be Plus, Teams, Pro, or Enterprise. Go click Agent Mode. We will get a few suggested prompts. This is to get started. We have reports, actions, spreadsheet, presentations, and the overall suggested. Pick one of those, doesn't really matter. Yours will probably be a little bit different than mine. I think I want a report, so I go to report and I say compare cultural rise of Labubu to Beanie Baby. We have a long prompt and we will send it through. Doesn't really matter here. When we get started, we will get more advanced and see the best use cases for the agent mode in this video. Then ChatGPT will set up a virtual machine. That is what's happening here. This is a machine in a closed environment at OpenAI where ChatGPT now works for you. So the agent works here. We can see it perform different steps. And if I go down here, I can have the live view. I can go back to see, well, what did it do here? Go forward in steps. It documents what it's actually doing. I can move this slider either before here or after, or I can just click the live to see what's actually happening now. This will take some minutes, so let's fast forward to the end. And 11 minutes later, we have a comparative analysis. Labubu versus Beanie Babies. We have the introduction, origins, marketing strategy. So a really long report, including visual comparisons. Really impressive. This is our agent, and we can actually inspect the log as well. So how did the agent work? If I scroll up again, I can go into worked for 11 minutes. Here we have this log. It can be a little bit tricky to click here and see all the steps. I can also play it here, but that is probably not the way you want to do it. But if you click the three dots up here and say activity, then if I scroll up here, you will have all the steps it took. So for example, the ArtNet site is blocked due to Cloudflare, so I'll avoid that. And then it reads through the web pages. You can inspect all the actions. With the new agent mode, ChatGPT can do PowerPoint presentations, a thing it couldn't do before. Let's go see it. So I have a web page here. This is my own. We offer courses. You can see I have 9 ones here. For example, this Copilot Studio beginners course. If I click that, there's a lot of information in here. I want to present all these courses to potential new customers who emailed us in a PowerPoint presentation. So let's grab the URL up here and go back to our agent, which we would find in Tools, in Mode. Now we will give our own prompt. So here I will say, create a presentation for potential customers who emailed and showed interest in our live courses. Use all the courses on this web page for context. So now we do this, I'll send it. So we will guide the agent. The better prompt, the better result. Now, again, you can see it sets up a virtual machine in a closed environment. And let me specify, this is not a virtual machine, a copy of your Windows desktop. This is just a machine in the ChatGPT environment. Here you can see it can actually click my homepage. It can click the cookie pop-up, and now it starts to interact with my, or actually our web page. It goes into each of these courses and do web extraction. This is extremely impressive for me as an automation developer. This will take me a lot of time to program. Now we can just do it with our own words. So my job will probably become useless because you can just start your agent. Let's again fast forward to the agent has finished its tasks. And 21 minutes later, we have a presentation. Again, we can go into work for 21 minutes to see how it did its research, either through this visual viewer or through the activity log. The presentation is down here. I can choose to play it. I can skip in slides, or I can download the presentations. Now you will see that we will have a PowerPoint presentation, which I can open. Here we have it. And this is the front page. It generated an image. It gathered the actual research. So it divides our courses into categories, little animation here, and it do the slides. I will say it still needs to do some work, but this is actually good. Here we have a recommended learning path, and it's actually spot on. RPA Basics, Power Automate Beginners, Advanced, ChatGPT Beginners, and so forth. Yes, we will still have some work to do. What we could do here was to upload our company template if we have as such. Then this design would be better. And please remember, this is just the first version of Agent Mode. It will only get better. Yeah, the ChatGPT Agent Mode excels in UI automation. So let's activate it again by clicking Tools, Agent Mode. I have a prompt in my clipboard, which is this. Let's send it and let's talk about the prompt while the agent works. Here we want to do online shopping. We want to find hand-painted ceramic vases on Etsy. We have a few constraints. We have a budget, which is $120. We want free shipping. We want vibrant photos, seller ratings, and ready-to-ship listings. We want the agent to find 5 hand-painted vases, gather the URLs for us to inspect, and then fill a cart so we can shop. While it has opened this virtual machine where it actually performs all of these actions, extremely impressive, we will fast forward to the end. And 19 minutes later, we have the results. 5 hand-painted vases. We can see URLs, which I requested over here. For example, this one. That will be one of the vases, which is good. You can also go back and see that we have the price and the seller rating. We can also, if I want to shop these vases, I don't want to put them in my cart myself, I can go into the work for 19 minutes. Here we have the log again, which you can jump in. I can also go up to the 3 dots, say activity. I can see that it actually worked a lot to find the correct items. What is even better is I can click the 3 dots again and say take over browser. Now I am in the virtual machine that ChatGPT uses. Here we have it, and we have the cart. So if I want to shop this, I can go in, I can say view cart, and I can scroll down the items here. Let's say I only wanted 2 of them. I could remove, let's say this, and this. Then I only have 2 left, which are the best ones. And I can also see that the shipping is free here, which was also one of my constraints. Our agent can also access our private company data. To do so, I connect the data to my account by clicking the account, say settings, connectors, and here I can choose between Notion, Gmail, Dropbox, Teams, or SharePoint, where my company data is. So I click SharePoint, say connect. Before we continue, let me just show you the data. I have it here. This is the Common Sense Bank HR portal. A lot of information about HR related topics. It could be anything. If I go to documents, I have a few PDFs. For example, the FAQ. If I click in here, I have information in a PDF. I want my agent to be able to find this. So let's go continue to SharePoint. When I click here, I will receive a verification code in my email. So I go back to my email, an email from OpenAI with the code in. I copy that and paste it in here and click continue. Now I need to log in to my Microsoft 365 account where my SharePoint is. So there could also be something around access right. I want to use my demo Anna's account. So I pick that one here. You might have to log in and authenticate yourself. Here it just went directly because I've been connected before. It does say manage. This means that we're now connected. I can also see it works with chat, deep research, and agent mode. What I want to do is to use SharePoint in the agent. Again, we enable the agent by going to Tools, Agent Mode. In Sources, you now see SharePoint. If I click this drop down, I can choose to say, I don't want my agent to access this. This will just be to untick, but we really want that. We also get a warning for privacy if I hover my mouse over. That is, if we don't want our data to be shared with the agent, then we should of course not connect and use it. We have a task. I have that in my clipboard. Act as the Common Sense Bank AI HR agent. Research current Danish parental law online. Extract and compare with our internal parental leave and absence policy in SharePoint. Then generate a concise summary and recommendation, citing your sources. Here, let me send it. Here I actually said directly that it should use SharePoint. If I have not specified that directly, it might go look in SharePoint. It's not 100% sure, especially if I have other sources connected, then it will just take the most relevant. So the more specific we are in our prompts, the better results we get. Here it's opening up the virtual machine again. Now it's doing its research on common Danish law about parental leave. Here you will see that it gets some errors and it gets some correct web pages. This is the benefit of the agent. It can work all alone. We don't have to correct it. It will find the best web pages. Again, let's fast forward. And 4 minutes later, we have the result. Again, we could go in here and inspect what it has done, either to the visual log or to the activity log. If I scroll down, I can see I have the Danish parental law versus the Common Sense Bank's policy, and I have a lot of sources to credible sites, attorneys, and a lot of other things. Then we have our internal one here. We have the comparison and gaps. And if I scroll down, we have some recommendations. The complete ChatGPT course is right here. See you.